Hello everyone. I'd like to thank the conference organizers and the awards committee. I am thrilled that this paper is receiving the Test of Time award. Let me briefly summarize the paper. It builds on progressive meshes, a framework for level of detail control on arbitrary meshes, and view-dependent refinement, which allows adapting mesh complexity to the view frustum, shown here as the black rectangle. Very often, annoying popping artifacts are noticeable when adapting the mesh connectivity. This paper's contribution is to avoid these artifacts by introducing morph transitions. With geometric morphs, the visual experience becomes smooth, as shown on the right. Another contribution is to scale the framework to large terrain height fields by defining a hierarchy of 2D blocks that maintain proper continuity at their boundaries. Here is the demo from 25 years ago, which used an elevation map near the Grand Canyon. We alternate between showing the mesh connectivity and the resulting textured surface. Mesh LOD techniques fall into three categories. This paper explored using irregular meshes. There are also techniques based on semi-regular meshing, and for terrain height fields, I really like nested regular grids. 20 years later, level of detail is still an active area. The Nanite system uses irregular meshes with a hierarchy of triangle clusters designed for efficient GPU rendering. And micromeshes use regular subdivisions of an arbitrary base mesh to support efficient GPU ray tracing. Here's some fun trivia. I've had two papers receive Test of Time awards, and it just so happens that both these papers were initially rejected before getting published. So don't despair if your paper gets rejected. It may yet find a good home. Microsoft Research let me open source some early projects, including this one. So if you'd like, you can play with the demos I showed today by accessing this GitHub repo. Thanks again for this award, and good day.